it's okay. I pretend that I went to Stanford. I think if you're really fortunate, you get to live long enough to see the world change around you. If you're truly fortunate, then you're one of the people who made it change. I think that's one of the ways I often think that people like the Wong brothers, Bill and Jack Wong, and their wives, Zoe and Evelyn, and their kids, is that the Wong family, when you think about the siblings and the family itself, and take it in total, you see that modernized tailors, which is associated so much with the father who established it 100 years ago and who built it as a business, who had two of his sons take over, but then another two younger sons go on to do other things, dentistry, finance. What you see in that family is actually a changing of the world, a time when their father first came. The Chinese Revolution had just occurred in 1911. There have been generations of Chinese who came from Xiyup and other of the sort of 8 counties total in which most of the overseas Chinese came from Guangdong province. They went back and forth around the world, around between southern China and places like Vancouver, Victoria, San Francisco, Sydney, Australia, Hawaii, Southeast Asia. Often they went in these circular patterns, leaving as young men, making it, they hoped, somewhere. Many of them didn't make it, didn't get rich and successful. But those who could make some money would go back, buy some land, get married, go back out again, leaving wives and children at home. Sometimes they left them at home because racism, head tax and things like that kept them from reuniting families. Other times they left wives and families at home because it was home, this village. And you could get a big house, and if you sent money back, you could have more wealth in the home village than if you were to try to bring your wives and family here. But that world is, it seems, long gone. A world in which we were tied here in Vancouver to southern China. It seems long gone because by the middle of the 20th century, by the time Bill and Jack went to UBC and graduated from engineering, racism, Chinese weren't allowed to vote. If you weren't allowed to vote, you weren't allowed to be in a profession. When we interviewed last year, Bill, he was talking about after the war and how